What's up, y'all? I ain't gonna take too much of y'all time. Black Horseman here. I'm gonna just go down memory lane. I remember 2014, 2015, somewhere around that time period. Three of the governing bodies in the sport of boxing met together to discuss some things, some changes that they wanted to see in the sport. A lot of us boxing fans felt like or thought that they were going to come up with a game plan to improve things in the sport. Um, and we're in 2024, almost 10 years since that meeting, where it doesn't seem like we've seen too much changes for the better. Seems like they've allowed um, a lot of unnecessary things to take place in the sport. A lot of mandatories are not being ordered or honored, um, and a lot of bias um, in the sport still continues to this day. Um, in light of what this recent situation that has occurred, um, actually a big fight that a lot of us been wanting that a lot of us want to see. And let me put this banner up while I'm talking about this because this is what happens when you keeping it real, you speaking the truth. They say you a hater. Truth is the new hate. You know, you tell them the truth, they're gonna say you hating. So it's time to start hating. Get back on our hating shit. But yeah, in this picture, you see three of the presidents. You got on the left Daryl Peoples for the IBF. You got in the middle there Gilberto Mendoza for the WBA. And over to the right, far right, the head leader, Mauricio Suleiman. I believe he has the most influence and pull over the rest. And let me put my Delahaney disappointment face up there in the corner. I feel like his influence has overpowered the rest. And it seems like they have been more concerned about the money. And whoever has the most money, they will allow to have the most privileges. They can pretty much do what they want. So getting to my point, there's a fight that a lot of us want to see. And shout out to everybody catching playback. This has been a hot topic. Canelo Alvarez versus David Benavidez. And Canelo recently came out, stated that, you know, give me 150 to $200 million, and I'll fight the guy tomorrow. And this is just his. To me, it's strange because this is not him going up in weight like he's fighting a heavyweight or something. This is not like a unification. He's already undisputed. This is just a guy who in the same weight class who has been who's undefeated and has been beating top contender after top contender and proving that he deserves his opportunity to fight for the world titles, you know? So that he can try to become one face, one name, baddest man in his weight class. Right? Um, Let me just give y'all an example of how the sanctioning bodies don't keep the same energy with everybody. Once again, truth is the new hate. Um, I don't have anything against them stripping other fighters who don't want to fight their mandatories. Bud Crawford, he is the welterweight unified champion. He was undisputed. They stripped him because verbally he stated he has no interest in fighting Jerron Boots Ennis. This came out of his mouth. I've seen it in multiple interviews. He says that a lot of the same shit that Canelo said about David Benavidez. He says this guy does nothing for me. He brings nothing to the table. You know, I want the bigger and better fights, that kind of thing. What has he done? You know, you fought with nobody. He said it in his own way, but same type of language, right? What did they do to Bud Crawford? They stripped him of his title. and uh, emailed it to Boots. I got no problem with that. You know, if you don't want to fight the guy who has been putting in the work, you have to strip him and give it to the next guy in line. Now, a lot of people say email champ. That's cool. You know, whatever. But the bottom line is Crawford had no interest in fighting Boots, so they stripped him. Daryl Peoples, the president on the left, stripped Bud Crawford. Moving along. At 154, truth is the new hate. Jermell Charlo, he was undisputed champion at 154. He said that he has no interest in fighting Tim Tszyu. You know, he said he's on to bigger and better fights. What has he done? He beat nobody. You know, kind of like the same talk that Canelo said. You know, nobody know you. You know, who has he beat? That kind of thing. He went after Canelo Alvarez to get the big payday. What did they do? They stripped him. They said, okay, well, if you don't want to fight the guy who's been putting in the work and deserve his opportunity to fight for your world title, we're going to strip you. That's exactly what they did. Like I said, I have no problem with that. When you showing that you don't have no interest in fighting the next best guy in your division who's been waiting patiently for his opportunity, then yeah, let's go fax, email the belt to somebody else, to the guy who deserves it. Tim Tszyu, he's the WBO champion now. Got no problem with it. I like Tim Tszyu. You know, I ain't got no problem with Boots. You know what I mean? Both of them hell of a fighters. Both undefeated. Both have been beating top Boots, you know. It's another situation. He ain't really been beating top guys, but he's been beating who they put in front of him. Just like Tim Tszyu has been beating who they put in front of him. And here he is. He's about to be fighting Sebastian Fundora after Keith, you know, Thurman, inactive ass, pulled out with an injury. Whatever. Right? Truth is the new hate. WBO granted him the belt. And I'm glad that they did their job. So I'm not against the sanctioning bodies when they're doing what they're supposed to do and they're keeping the same energy. But when it pertains to the guy who is making a lot of money in the sport, who a lot of people feel is the face of boxing, they do not hold his feet to the same fire. And I walked y'all to this point to show y'all how these sanctioning bodies are letting shit ride with him. Okay? Truth is the new hate. And you know what a lot of people are going to say? This is what they love to do. Playback. They love to bring up this guy. Retired Money Mayweather. I'm ahead of y'all with this shit, Canelo fans. Y'all love this. This is y'all favorite thing to do. Well, you remember Floyd? Floyd did the same shit. That's not true. Floyd Mayweather did not hold the belts. See, this is what y'all got to stay focused. See, when Canelo say shit like, I don't have to prove nothing to nobody. Cool, I ain't got to disagree with you on that. You ain't got to prove nothing to nobody. People doubted you in the past. You can say they doubted you with the Triple G fight. They doubted you with, I don't know, whoever else that you say people said that you need to fight him or you need to fight him. If you feel you got nothing else to prove in the sport, that's cool, man. But I humbly and kindly tell you, step your ass out the way, drop these belts, because that's what Floyd did. Floyd would win the belts and immediately vacate them shits. Floyd has never been undisputed. He's never held all the belts at once, like you did, Canelo Alvarez, and you have that check mark over Floyd. Truth is the new hate. Floyd fans, this is something that y'all's guy, Canelo fans, this is something that y'all's guy has over Floyd. Okay? Floyd has never been undisputed. Y'all can say, Floyd is not on Canelo's level. He's never unified a whole division, blah, blah, blah. Cool, man. Floyd is retired. Floyd is an exhibition guy, and we already know what Floyd do. He takes over his own fighters' interviews and shit like. All right, man. Technical difficulties. Um, Strange, man. This internet, this algorithm, StreamYard want to start messing with a nigga sickness. So it is what it is. But shout out to y'all that stayed on, that's tuning in live. Let's see, MOBC up in here. Ron Sizzle. Crawford should get the same criticism as Canelo, in all honesty. Yes. And he deserves whatever criticism, whatever flame for not fighting the guy who deserves a shot. I'm with you, Rasclot. And Canelo should get stripped of the WBC. So, as I was saying, I believe I left off on a lot of people like to bring up Money Mayweather when they want to make an argument for Canelo. But Floyd vacated the belts. I remember on many occasions where he would beat a fighter and tell, hey, man, you can keep your belt. Belts don't do nothing but collect dust. That was Floyd's decision. I didn't like it. You know, I felt Floyd should have defended. You know, they say true champions defend. And I felt like he didn't really carry himself as a true champion in a lot of cases. Hell of a fighter, though. Hell of a fighter. But he swerved a lot of top contenders. You know, quite a few. And the fanboys would like to say that, well, Floyd didn't fight mandatories. Difference is Floyd vacated belts. But when you holding on to the straps, you can't just do whatever you want to do. Or you shouldn't be able to do whatever you want to do. The sanctioning bodies should be fair. Not be biased because of somebody's skin tone, not be biased because of somebody, how much M somebody got in the bank. Hold these fighters to the same fire. But they seem to not want to do that. They seem to want to put pressure on certain champions, threaten to strip them. But when it comes to others, they got eternity. They got all the time in the world to decide whether they want to fight their mandatories. And then this guy is demanding. You hear people say stuff, oh, Canelo deserves 150 million. That's your opinion. If you feel like he deserves 150 million, cool. But to fight a mandatory? To fight David Benavidez? So let me get this straight. To fight his mandatory, he needs 150 to 200 million because he deserves it. But to fight Jaime Munguia, it's not the same energy. It wasn't the same energy to fight Triple G a third time. The 150 to 200 million didn't come up then. When he fought Billy Joe Saunders, it didn't come up then. When he fought Bivol, it didn't come up then. But for David Benavidez. And all his fanboys is proving is that it's fear. Canelo's scared. Y'all are scared too. And y'all have stooped to the lowest level to justify this guy deserves 150 to 200 million dollars to fight his mandatory. Can y'all imagine? I gotta pull out the Derrick James disappointment face.
That's how I'm looking at a lot of y'all fanboys, man. You gotta be kidding me. Y'all are justifying this shit, you know? If Jamel Charlo did the same shit, y'all will flame this motherfucker a new one, right? And I know y'all fanboys in the background like this dude right here, you know? Salty, dusty, filthy ninja mites in the background, mad because truth is the new hate. Real rap. If Bud came out and said, y'all want me to fight Boots, give me 150 to 200 million. I guarantee you the reaction will be different out here in these YouTube streets, in these social media streets. It'll be different. But because of Canelo, he's asking for generational wealth for his kids, kids. It's okay because he deserves it. Because people want him to fight David Benavidez. This is the same guy who says, as a matter of fact, as soon as he said he beat Jamel Charlo, go back and look at it. Truth is the new hate. He said, nobody beats this Canelo. He said, oh yeah, well, what about David Benavidez? I don't fucking care. I don't fucking care. Now that they're knocking on the door for this fight, now I don't have to prove nothing to anybody. Now it's give me 150 to 200 million. Truth is the new hate. Some people are just genuine fans of Canelo, and that's cool. But some of y'all that are fans of Canelo are sad. That is defending this shit. It's sad, you know. And what also is sad is these fools right here. You know, it ain't Canelo's 100% Canelo's fault, because if they were doing their damn job and keeping the same energy with every champion, regardless of their status, you know, this sport will be healthy. But because they keep showing bias and favoritism, this sport is in the dumpster. It's overran by Jake Pauls and shit like that. Because they just won't keep the same energy. You know? And if y'all can't hold one of the top dogs in the sport to the same heat, then this sport is a joke. You know, they looking at the top. You know, and we seeing how unfair y'all are with other champions. It's clear. Okay, it's very, very clear. You know, even in the heavyweight division, guys that get immediately ordered to fight. They're mandatories, or else. Truth is the new hate. Is there something wrong with asking for shit to just be fair all the way across the board? Is something wrong with that? And if not, Canelo, since you got all this power, hey man, nobody will be criticizing you if you did not hold on to them straps, family. That's it, bro. This ain't hate. This is the truth. Truth is the new hate. Canelo, if you were not holding onto them belts, this same flame would not be applied to you, because you are not preventing anybody else. You wouldn't be preventing worthy contenders of their opportunity. All you gotta do is vacate the belt. Since you want to do what you want to do, get on the Floyd level, man. Fight who you want to fight. That way you ain't got to worry about no franchise being cooked up. You ain't got to worry about nobody flaming you in the media, because you're not holding nobody up. You holding up a division, man, fighting guys from low weight classes, you know, fighting fighters who skipping the line. Jaime McGee skipped a whole line to get an opportunity with you, man. 4 sanctioning bodies. Okay. Fought one legitimate 168 pounder. Last I checked. And that's enough for you, Canelo. You know, you say, what has he done? These guys have done. He ain't fought nobody. But Jaime has fought everybody you needed him to fight. Yeah, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in for this. You know, bring out this banner, man. Flame of shame to this motherfucking sport. The ones that sit in these high seats, you know, with these quote unquote prestigious belts and don't keep the same energy. Show how biased y'all are. Give passes to certain ones and then want to apply the rules, enforce the rules on others. Flame of shame. Whatever y'all talked about in that meeting, y'all must have been talking about what y'all want to eat. What restaurant y'all wanted to hit up. You know? Because I don't see no improvements in this sport. It's the same old shit. You know? And with these same faces in the equation, once Canelo get out of the way and the next face of boxing, you know, steps up, we're going to see a lot of the same shit. So, all champions should be held to the same rules, criteria. That's all I'm saying. Truth is the new hate. Shout out to the real boxing fans, man. Shout out to the real boxing fans that keep the same energy. Because these individuals on the screen do not. You know? Flame of shame to the people who are defending this shit, man. Floyd Laneweather. Shout out to Athletic Mind. Actual facts. Iron Cone says, I agree. If Canelo wants to keep the belts, he need to fight his Mandos/contenders. If he about his money, he fights. Drop them shits and get out the way. It's a simple solution. Canelo, you have done a lot. You got some great wins under your belt. Your losses don't make you a bad fighter. It shows that you dare to be great. You took on some tough challenges, and you win some, you lose some. You know, there's no shame in that. But it is shameful that, remember, your ass used to be a contender too. You were once a mandatory as well. And what if they did your ass like that? What if they said, you know what? We're going to franchise this champion, or we're going to give this guy eternity to decide if he want to fight your ass. You wouldn't be where you at today. So that's the thing about it. A lot of these champions, like Canelo, act like if it wasn't for the rules, he wouldn't have been in the position that he's at. We're not doing that over here. So I apologize for the delay in audio. For some reason, when you cooking, this shit overheats sometimes. Shout out to 1-2 Kid. Rascal said, I hope McGee beats Canelo. It will be funny as fuck. It will be funny. You know? I think he will win. You know? I think McGee will get smoked like good weed. But I think Canelo also is on a decline. He's not the same fighter he used to be. And that's why he don't want no smoke with David Benavidez. And that's okay. If you feel like, you know what, this guy brings nothing to the table but 30 pounds more, you know? Sounds like you're bringing nothing but excuses, really. Because he brings a lot more than that, you know? And he's in your weight class, okay? And you get a lot of props and respect just for fighting him. But why go out like a coward? Why lie to the boxing fans to say, I want to give the fans the fights they want to see? And then we ask for it. Then you say, you know what? I have nothing to prove to nobody. All right, man. Sorry we asked then, fool. You know? And we sorry that we believe what the fuck you said, that you want to give us the fights we want to see. Because nobody want to see you fight Jaime Munguia. Except for your fanboys. Okay? Canelo asking for $150 million ass whooping. That's all it is. You want $150 million because you believe you're going to get your ass whooped. That's what that sound like. Look, man, if y'all want me to get my ass kicked, give me 150 to 200 million. ASAP. Fuck, y'all got me fucked up. This guy rehydrates 25 to 30 pounds. Give me 150 million, and then I'll get in there and get my ass kicked. I'm not passing the torch over like that for nothing. Because he a mandatory. So, fearful. He want a fearful payday. We get it, Canelo. The ones that ain't fanboys, we get it. We know you're afraid, man. You are not confident you can beat this man, David Benavidez. But you're confident you'll beat Jaime because you didn't ask for 150 for him. You're confident you can beat Triple G. You didn't ask for 150 for him. This is not rocket science, my friend. Puro defending it. Oh, shit. Shout out to Puro. Puro, knock it off. Canelo fanboys pretending they not fanboys by saying, but Benavidez don't deserve Canelo. You know, like AB said to Leonard Ellaby, shut that soft ass shit up. Sound like some soft ass shit. That's my response to the Canelo fanboys for saying that Benavidez don't deserve it. You know, shut that soft ass shit up. Shout out to Blackout. Justin Trouble in the building. McGee is a decent fight. Unfortunately, it's a fight the fans don't give a fuck about. Hey, Rasclot, that's the thing about it, that he keep putting himself in the casket of flame. He is buying himself when he says stupid shit like that. Canelo is, like you just said, Canelo is 25 pounds heavier than Khan. Canelo's a fucking hypocrite. That's why I flamed on my previous live stream. You know? You crying about a dude rehydrating 25, 30 pounds. Motherfucker, how much did you weigh when you fought Floyd? Floyd, little skinny ass, beat the fuck out of you, man. You have outweighed multiple fighters, man. Why don't you get on some Floyd shit and just outclass Benavidez? Since he's the bigger guy, if he's going to be in there bigger than you, then use your speed. If you got it, pick your feet up. Move your head. Face of boxing? Need a face of a duck now, man. Put his face on the body of a duck until he fight David Benavidez, man. And he probably won't. So this is part of your legacy too, Canelo. You're going to the Hall of Fame, but over here, you're in the Hall of Shame as well. So congratulations to you. You made it to 2 halls. Doggy. Thank y'all for tuning in for this one, man. Much love to y'all and the Black Horseman. Shout out to the underground community. Shout out to the clique. Y'all visit them on the channel tab. Shout out to everybody that caught this live and the whole playback. I'm out.